Hey guys, today it is System Saturday and I am your host John Cochran. The day that I... Cut it. Hey guys, it's John Cochran and today it is System Saturday. The day I bring you a system that I use inside my business that you can rip off, duplicate, do whatever in the world you want with it. So today what I want to talk about is Craigslist. Okay, so I want to talk about Craigslist, but more importantly, how and when to go ahead and use Craigslist, because there's a very strategic approach that we use to Craigslist and that you can go ahead and use to Craigslist in order to go ahead and get the maximum amount of traffic from it. Now, if you were able to go ahead and see all of our analytics of our sites, okay, and every lead that we bring in, Craigslist is the number 3. Okay, so it's the number 3, but the other 2 above that are paid. Okay, so the 2 above that are all paid. It's actually Google and Facebook. I have to pay for all those, and Craigslist is right behind that with Craigslist is right behind that, but it's free traffic. So it's free traffic. So that's why we put such a big emphasis on Craigslist. Now, a lot of people that have bought my training programs, they have really learned underneath me. They really understand that I go through, and whenever I post ads on Craigslist, I'm doing it very strategically at 9 o'clock in the morning, noon, and then also at 5 p.m. Now, the reason we go ahead and we are posting ads at 9 a.m., noon, and 5 p.m. is very simple. Because you have to think about who your audience is. Who is your audience here? Now, if you're looking for buyers, then your audience is, buyers. If you're looking for sellers, then your audience is sellers. Now, what is a seller going to be doing at 9 o'clock? What is a buyer going to be doing at 9 o'clock? They're probably going to be at work, aren't they? Well, they probably just have got to work as well. So if you really step into what they are doing while they're at work, at 9 o'clock, what do you think that they're doing? Do you think they're really cranking out work or anything like that? Or do you think they're kind of just getting in the mode to really go through and start working? That's what they're doing. They're getting into the mode and they're kind of winding up, I guess, or winding down, whatever you want to call it, in order to go ahead and start working. Well, fortunately for us, that's when they're going to be on Craigslist looking for homes. Okay, this is when they're going to be on Craigslist looking for homes to buy or looking to go through and sell their homes. Okay, so that's one reason why we do it at 9 a.m. because they just go ahead and they start to get to work, and that's when they're dicking off at work. Okay, noon. Okay, noon. Why do we go ahead and do it at noon? Lunch break. So what are they doing right before their lunch break? What are they doing? They're going ahead and they're getting into their personal life again. So they're getting into their personal life. They're going through and they're posting, or they're going ahead and looking at, ads on Craigslist. That's what they're doing. Why 5 p.m.? Getting ready to go home, aren't they? They're getting ready to go home. So what are they doing? They're winding completely down. They're so tuned out of work that it's not even funny. Out of an average work day, guys, it's funny because out of an average work day of 8 hours, people only typically work about 2 to 3 hours a day. That's the whole stats of it. People are only working 2 to 3 hours each and every single day. And unfortunately, that's what they're doing, is they're doing stuff like this on Craigslist and whatnot, and that's why you need to be on Craigslist on these hours. So 9 a.m., noon, and 5 p.m. And I personally, I have a virtual assistant doing all mine. There's no way that you're going to go ahead and catch me going through and posting ads on Craigslist at 9 a.m., noon, and 5 p.m. I value my time far more than going through and separating just time blocking and going through and putting those ads right on Craigslist at that time. So what I want to do is I want to take you to my computer right now, and I'm going to show you how Kelly is going ahead and doing this at 9 a.m., noon, and 5 p.m. So check this out. Alright, so here we are at Craigslist.org, and I just happen to be logged into my Craigslist one for Dayton/Springfield because that is the area that we go through and post in. Now, in order to go through and post these ads to Craigslist, you do have to have an account with Craigslist in order to go through and do that. You can go ahead and get around this. I highly suggest that you do go ahead and set up an account in order to go through and do this. However, you can go through and post ads to Craigslist without an account. But I really only suggest this if you're going to kind of just do one-offs, meaning that maybe you're looking for an assistant or whatever, and you're only posting like one ad a day, something to that effect. But you remember, I just said that we post 3 times a day, so you're really going to need an account for this. So I'm going to go ahead and sign into one of my accounts right here, and I'll just sign into the account and X out of this real quick. Now, it takes you to this screen as soon as this happens, and what you will need to go through and do is you'll go right up here to new postings, and you need to have all of your Craigslist ads written in the meantime. So I'll go ahead and give you a couple of my ads that I do that you can just rip off and duplicate from me, and all you need to do is select your ad. You're posting an ad in Dayton/Springfield, click go, and this will bring up a screen right here that allows you to go ahead and post what section you want to go ahead and post your ad in Craigslist. Now, the section that you are wanting to post this in is typically, I always post in the housing offered section. Okay, now, even if I'm looking to buy homes, I always post in the housing offered section because there's a lot more traffic in that area. So remember, now, even if just because it says housing wanted, typically meaning that I am wanting a house, that's great, but there's just not a lot of traffic there. So you can post in both sections, but I suggest doing the housing offered section. So go ahead and click that box right there. And I always go through and click the real estate by owner. So choose the category of real estate by owner. You can do by broker as well, and just do real estate by owner. Check that box. Then what you're doing right here is you are creating your ad. So what do you want it to look like? Now, I go through and I never go ahead and put the price, the bedroom, and square foot on any of my ads. Now, the reason I do that is because, say I go through and put a price of $100,000 on here. So I put a price of $100,000. Now, if I have my end buyer that is looking for homes and they're looking to buy homes for under $100,000, they're not going to look at my ad. If they're looking for homes over $100,000, maybe $350,000, they're not going to go ahead and look at my ad. So I leave that blank. So I do that same thing for the bedrooms. Now, if I'm going through and I put a 3-bedroom right here, but somebody needs a 5-bedroom, they're not going to look at my ad. So I'm trying to go ahead and get the maximum amount of people to see my ad is what I'm trying to do. So we store all of our Craigslist pre-written ads into Dropbox. Okay, so that's where we go through and store these. So if I go to our Dropbox, go to the marketing section, go to my Craigslist ads, and then go to the active ads, you can see that I have folders here, 9 a.m., noon, and 5 p.m. So this is how my virtual assistant knows to go ahead and place ads at 9 a.m., noon, and 5 p.m. Very simple. At 9 a.m., they're clicking this, and then they're getting into our ads right there. Okay. At noon, they're going through and clicking here, and they will go and click the noon, and we will go through and post all these ads at noon. So it's very systematized, okay, very systematized. So I'm just going to say that it is 9 a.m. I'm going to go ahead and select one of these ads just to show you how we're doing this. So I'll go through here and just highlight this. This is the description, by the way. So I will post this description in here, and I'll explain all this geek speak here in a second for you. And then I'll go ahead and put the posting title, which is Centerville Finest at Great Prices. Okay, and I never do a location either. And the reason I don't do a location is for the fact that same reason for the price, bedrooms, and square foot. You just, if you hone in on a location, then it's just, and they're not interested in it, they're not going to see your ad. Now, I'm going to explain all this geek speak ad because you're probably wondering what in the world all this stuff means. And it is code, okay? This is just one particular ad that we're running. Some of the ads that we run are postless ads, you know, that looks like a flyer, or sell point ads. Some of them are these codes, and I just happen to get one of these codes right here. And then some of them are just actual text ads. The ones that pull best, believe it or not, are just the text ads. You know, the text ads meaning, you know, hey, I have a 3-bedroom, 1-bath home for sale. Check it out here. You know, those are the ads that pull best. Or You know, I'm trying to sell this home at 123 Main Street. I have to sell it today. Call me at this number. Okay, so those are the ones that pull the best. But if you get any of the ads from me, you can see they're in this format. And what this will do is it will put this all into a link. So you can see that this is a link right here, homebackers.com/Beaver Creek Homes, right? And all this geek speak right here is going to put it into an actual link. So it says click here to view all of them. So let me go ahead and make the ad and I'll show you what all that did. Okay. We always do put a picture in this as well, and the reason we will put a picture in this typically of a home is to gain the people's attention. Now, a lot of the times what will happen is, I'm looking for a home right here real quick. A lot of times what will happen is if we don't put a picture in here, then a lot of people will not go through and look at the actual ad. So I'm just trying to find a picture right here real quick. It's not important for this, but go ahead and put a picture in here. Just browse for it, find it, and actually I'll just put a picture, you know, one of these pictures. That's fine. Okay, so just put a logo, done with images right there, and then what it will put, this is what the actual ad will look like. So it's the header right here, Centerville's finest at great prices, the picture that I just put in, and then that geek speak that I did, it said click here to view all of them. Whenever they click this, it'll take them to that link that I just showed you. So that's what all that geek speak did, was just made it a link right here. And that's kind of how you get around all the ghosting issues that Craigslist has and whatnot. That's how you go ahead and get around is putting in that HTML code. So, and again, this is what it looks like, and it just creates that link. It's just that it's this href at equals and then this link, and then whenever they click here to view all of them, it will go ahead and put that link. So check this out. If whatever I put right here, click here to view all of them. Don't you just love System Saturdays? And I don't care about the formatting, but whatever I type in there will go through and be whatever that link is. So click here to view all of them. Don't you just love System Saturdays? So you can type in whatever right there, and they click it, and they will go land directly on this link that's inside these quotes. So pretty cool way to go through and get around ghosting with Craigslist, because it does suck to go ahead and get ghosted whenever you are posting ads on Craigslist and then you think that they're posting and they're really not. That's what ghosting is. So go ahead and click continue, that you are okay with this ad, done with images, and I'll just go through and post this. It's not going to make any sense, but it's okay. Thank you for posting us. We really appreciate it. So that's the ads. That's the ads that we go through, and that's how you post the ads on Craigslist. It's super, super key to do inside of your business, because this is our third biggest traffic strategy, and it is free. And a lot of people love the word free, including myself. So I'm going to go through and comment on this System Saturday now, and I'm going to go through and give you some of my Craigslist ads so that you can just rip them off, duplicate them, and start using them in your own market to drive buyer leads or seller leads, whatever you want. So I'll put a mix of them below this video, so check them out. Let me know what you think of these System Saturdays, and I'll see you on the next one. See you guys.